breaking news coming in. Mediation Raga was a lie. So there's a massive admission now by the Deputy Prime Minister of Pakistan, who has confessed the truth behind Operation Sindoor, and this definitely is an embarrassment for the surrender lobby. India told US issue is bilateral, and it was Mr. Marco Rubio who conveyed India's message to Pakistan. Pakistan's Deputy Prime Minister Ishaq Dar has admitted the biggest truth about Operation Sindoor. He has revealed details about what the US Secretary of State Marco Rubio told him during Operation Sindoor, and he has admitted that India told US that the issue is bilateral and that dialogue couldn't have been forced if India didn't wish for one. Let's go across to Srinjoy Chaudhary, who's joining us in the broadcast with more details. So, Srinjoy, this is also a massive embarrassment to the surrender lobby. But the most important revelation is that India, through US, conveyed that this is a bilateral issue. India does not want a third-party intervention, and that mediation lie has been busted.
India has made it clear that as far as these issues are concerned, they would have to be bilateral. And as far as Sindoor goes, India made it very clear that this has to be done between India and Pakistan. And when Ishaq Dar says this, he reflects exactly that. Because at that point, India made it very apparent when first, there are two conversations that have to be kept in mind. The first conversation was when Rajiv Ghai, the DGMO, called his Pakistani counterpart and said, look, we have hit your terror camps, and that's all. The reply was that now the world will see what Pakistan can do. That was what the Pakistani DGMO said. 96 hours later, roughly, the Pakistani DGMO called and said, can we have a ceasefire? And that shows very clearly that this entire issue was actually bilateral. And this is reflected in what Ishaq Dar is saying. He said to Marco Rubio that if India wants a bilateral, that's how it will be. Because India, since the Shimla Times, Agreement Times, has said that these issues have to be done bilaterally. And very clearly, this was another example of how it was done bilaterally. Two conversations were very important, both between the DGMOs, one the day the terror camps were struck, and the other just ensuring that there would be a ceasefire.
Absolutely. Two things absolutely clear here. One, that America was trying to mediate, and two, that offer was turned down by India when India told America that we do not need a third-party intervention, that it is a bilateral issue, which means India and Pakistan can only be the stakeholders in this regard, isn't it, Srinjoy? So America did try, but India clearly turned down that offer.
Yes, if you try and fail, you still fail. I mean, that's the bottom line here.
Absolutely. Now, that question was in connection to the allegations that have been leveled by the opposition against the current establishment, against the Modi government, that Trump called and Modi surrendered.
Who says what? These two conversations between the DGMOs of the two countries will actually tell you what actually happened. India told Pakistan, we've hit your terror camps. And Pakistan replied, the world will see what we will do. So for the next 72 hours or so, there were attacks, a series of attacks and counter-attacks. After which, eventually the Pakistanis said, can we have a ceasefire? And that's when it ended. The ceasefire was exactly that. When the Pakistani DGMO called Lieutenant General Rajiv Ghai and said, can we have a ceasefire? India said yes. There was some conversation about extending the operations for another day. or 2 days because of all this talk about
Please
Donald
stay
Trump.
on with
saying,
us. We also have strategic affairs expert Sushant Sareen joining us on the broadcast. Two revelations. One, that India made it clear to US Sushant Sareen that it's a bilateral issue. And two, Ishak Dar in the conversation saying that we can only have a dialogue if India wants. We cannot force India to have a dialogue with us.
Well, I think that's stating the obvious. There is no way that Pakistan can force India on a dialogue. And India has made it very clear that a dialogue with Pakistan will only be on the issue of terrorism. But while Ishaq Dar is showing that, or giving an interview in which he's saying, trying to show a kind of bravado that, we are not desperate for a dialogue, one of the things on which they pleaded with the Americans when they sought American intervention and, were calling America desperately to seek a ceasefire with India, was that some kind of a dialogue will be organized. Because please remember that people like Marco Rubio and even Donald Trump said that, there is a possibility of India and Pakistan meeting in a third country, something India had clearly rejected. Summarily, in fact, rejected even at that point of time. But the Pakistanis were given that kind of a fig leaf, which is why when Ishaq Dar says that, no, we can't have a dialogue if India does not want it, well, yeah, that's a truism. And if Pakistan actually is interested in a dialogue, it needs to get off its hobby horse of Islamism and it needs to get off its hobby horse of jihadism. The two factors that bedevil a dialogue between India and Pakistan. And then, of course, we can have a dialogue. But for now, if at all there has to be a dialogue, it will be on Pakistan dismantling the terror nurseries in that country. And that is it. I think that's the position which the government of India has made it very clear.
Absolutely. Mr. Sareen, thank you very much for speaking with us. We also have Pathikrit Payne joining us on the broadcast. Do you see this as a setback to the surrender lobby that said, Donald Trump ka ek phone aaya and Modi surrendered?
Well, that surrender lobby is actually, would keep on doing those things. We should not give much importance to that surrender lobby because they also know the truth as to what happened in Operation Sindoor and the kind of proficiency that was shown by Indian Armed Forces. But I also see a kind of desperation on the part of the Pakistanis to actually resume dialogue because I think they're feeling the heat of, the water gradually getting stopped from the Indus rivers, that India has made it very clear that blood and water cannot flow together. So far as the dialogue issue is concerned, I think India has never been against dialogue, but India has categorically said it always that talks and terror cannot go together. So if Pakistan is willing to give up on terrorism or using of terrorism as an instrument of statecraft, if cross-border terrorism stops, if their harboring or cultivation of terrorism stops, then I see no problem with India actually going high ahead and having a dialogue. But dialogue for the sake of dialogue will not help unless these things, as mentioned earlier by me, is done by Pakistan in terms of giving up on terrorism. If they keep on harboring the thought that they would bleed India with 1,000 cuts, then there is no point talking to them. In that case, only, wherever required, an Operation Sindoor or a Balakot strike would happen. Back to you.
Absolutely. Mr. Payne, thank you very much for joining us. Let me try and go back to Srinjoy Chaudhary if it is still with us on the broadcast. So, India said no to mediation, but at the same time, like Mr. Payne was saying, it is never against dialogue, but dialogue can only happen with the conditions that India has said, that terror and talks cannot go together.
Yes, this is the clear bottom line. You can't have terror and you can't have terrorists entering Indian territory, and you can't have these terrorists being trained in Pakistan, being armed in Pakistan, being financed in Pakistan and by Pakistan, and then being pushed into India. That's not acceptable, and that's a point that has been made again and again by India. Terror and talks cannot go together. You close down your camps, you close down all these this entire infrastructure, and then we'll talk. That's really the bottom line.
All right, so just stay on with us. We're just taking a very short break on the broadcast. We'll be back with more on the other side.